Hello. Is this on? I don't know if this is good or no. I can't see. Oh wait, there's like a huge delay. I'm sorry for the quality of audio, cause it's really fucking bad. Yeah, am I live? Hmm. It doesn't show on the profile picture. Might be good though. Let me check a bit here. Hmm. Oh yeah, I think it's working. So well, I think we're off to the start. Let's see. Um, I don't see much. Yeah, I think that's good. Anyways, uh, yeah, today's mostly just a rant stream. I don't care as much, but let's check the chat here. It should show up. Oh, it does. Okay, good. It does. It does. It does. It does. It does show up. So I think that's better. Okay, let me go to studio mode. Fix the game cap. Game cap. Hell yeah. Let's go. Perfect. Nice. That's good enough for me. But yeah. So my initial sort of plan today was I wanted to finish the short that I'm working on. I'll have only I think a little bit of uh work left for me, I think. Because um so I have only a little bit of work left on that. Um I think I have to put in the sound effects and music, and I think that's the sound effects takes time, bro. It really does. Hmm. Hmm. Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about this game, but I thought it was pretty cool. I think it's better for like. That's crazy. It's like super tough. Oh, okay, I see. I think off the gas and then off the gas. I lose a lot of um I lose a lot of speed like that, but who cares, I guess. It's practice time. So I should let off the gas. Yeah, it is tough. Yeah. That's like too much, I think. They lose a lot of they lose a lot of uh sucks. I wish I could get um I was not letting off the gas here. I don't know much about this. I'm just driving. But yeah, there are things that I do want to talk about the stream. I mean, it's just hanging out, so I just want to take that first step of streaming because I really do want to stream. It's just that I have to make sure my mental is in a good state before I actually, go on stream because streams usually for me streams usually for me is like uh taking your positivity and like putting it out there. But yeah, streaming for me is like taking it. Hmm. Oh, okay. Should have done it faster, but okay. So yeah, streaming for me is like taking your positivity and putting it out there. But to me, like lately, I haven't been that positive. Things haven't been going like too uh how I would like them to go. But yeah, been down in the dumps. But yeah, I want to try this so that I can actually, put myself out there, have a change of pace, I guess. You know, hopefully start like streaming regularly. I guess that might help. But yeah, I wish I had like something that went good in my life so that I could like be positive. But I guess I have a bit too much on my plate right now. Maybe, I don't know. I have to edit reels. I've decided to make short form content. I have to even make long form content, but I haven't got. I haven't been confident enough to make it because it's like a lot of effort. So I was like, well, let's focus on streaming a bit and then finish your short form content. Keep that up. Short form content to me, it takes like a day and a half to finish. Recording doesn't take much time. The majority of the time is just editing, and I have I have to use my creativity to like be as creative as possible to make some good edits, to make sure that the edits look good, and I have to make sure like it's presentable, you know what I mean? So if it is not presentable, I don't like making it. I would be mad at my own creation actually. If I'm not happy with my creation, I just don't post it. I would discard it and stuff. Till now I haven't discarded many reels. I guess that's not real shorts, but I haven't discarded, well, I've discarded a couple. Um the one which I made on like 9 to 5 stuff, putting my perspective, like respecting the perspective. But but yeah, something that niche, right? Something that niche I don't think is going to help. Because majority of the online audience doesn't care much for the niche takes. They care more about what's 100% right and what's 100% wrong. They don't want like a niche or I'd say a nuanced take. So I believe that, well, that's not a good perspective because me being me, I wasn't able to accurately represent what the nuance I was going for was. So I was like, well, it's better to take it down because it's not going to be the best perspective. It's not going to work as well. So I decided, well, it's better to make videos which don't have as much nuance. I'd say the best thing that I think someone can do when they're making content is to be at least 80% right. People will be fine with that. People will bump that. But if you're like 60 or even 50% right, or maybe even 40% right, I'd say people are gonna say that you're wrong. But yeah, I mean, today's stream basically, the title is gonna tell you much about what I'm trying to discuss on stream. But yeah, I like to treat things well. I would like to be good in life, but sometimes it just doesn't work, no matter how nice you are, but there's only so much you can do because there's not much good that's going on from the other side. And I've seen like plenty of times people have been people have an advantage if they're not ethical. People who are not as ethical get away with a lot of things. There are plenty of examples of where people absolutely aren't doing the right thing, but then they get ahead. So for example, I'd say some people, you could say that you're in a supermarket, right? You're in a market. I'd say if you're like American, then I'd say you're in like Costco, or like you're going to like Costco or things like that, Target or whatever, and there's a line, right? And someone actually cuts off people in that line and gets to go away, or like buy stuff faster, go away like go home with the groceries as fast as possible, and nobody says anything, right? Nobody says anything. And that's the problem, right? Because the people that haven't said anything after the person had cut off people are supposed to be like the good guys, right? Because they haven't made a scene, they haven't yelled at the guy. uh I'd say they're more soft spoken than people over there. So I'd say like, if there's a person who's like um upfront, doesn't care about the line, they just cut off, they get the advantage of like getting home with groceries faster, or like avoid spending time waiting in a line, right? So basically, they got the advantage of not being the right person, or not being the person who's ethical. People who stand in line, they're ethical because they're actually waiting their turn. And majority of the times, they like to keep to themselves, follow the rules and stuff like that. But the person who isn't following rules, they get the advantage. And that's basically it. And the people who haven't spoken up, they too are trying to be good people by not making a scene, but then they get screwed, right? They have to wait a lot longer than what initially they're supposed to wait. You know? And that's just how life is. So I recently was thinking about just that. Like, there is literally little to no use in being nice. There's little to no merit in being ethical and kind. Sure, you get that thanks. Sure, you get okay, thank you. But majority of the times, you don't get anything. And in return, at least. Being not so ethical actually gets you far, because you get to make decisions for yourself much easier. You don't feel like you're being selfish because you know that you're selfish. You want to do things for yourself, and everyone is out for themselves. So is it better to be a good person or a selfish person? I believe it's better to be a selfish person, because nobody out there is going to look out for you, so you have to look out for yourself. And if there's no one to look out for you, and everyone is looking out for themselves, then you're at a disadvantage. So I think it's better if people finally understand that no one is going to help you out, and it's better for you to just give up on being nice. It's just better for you to be more selfish and care more about what you want and what is better for you. Um, so I think it is sad that such people have to suffer. Good people basically get taken advantage of. I think the only time good people get good things in return is when they do good things to good people, right? But there is a scarcity of good people. Like, not many people care about other people. They don't care about anyone else but themselves. So, if you do good things for them, they're not gonna do anything good in return. Uh, I'd say that's just how it is, and I think I'm not saying that I'm good, right? I'm not saying that I'm better. Of course, I'm selfish. Of course, have to look after myself, but that's just how it is, right? Uh, I've tried to be good before, but this was when I was socially inept. I think I'm still socially inept. I don't know what good is or what bad is. Sometimes my way of being good is my way of being good is basically selfish, or my way of being good is basically like trying too hard or things like that, I think. So that's just me being socially inept. Um, but as time has gone past, I've realized that uh, well, I've got a little bit socially, a very little bit socially better. I haven't been good at relationships at all, so I keep to myself. I try to be good to others when I can, and there's a interaction, and I've done that and got nothing in return. That I believe, I guess, even if people know me, I believe, because before that as well, when I had like a lot of friends, I'd say not a lot, but some friends, I'd say being good doesn't take you far, even in that situation. Like, even if you have your friends that are helpful to you and you're being helpful to them, you're kind and you're actually helping them out and you're being nice to them, and things are going well, then I'd say it's better to like just maintain that, because you're not gonna get any further unless the other person thinks the same about you. And there's very less people in this world that think um like you, or what you think of them is exactly what they think of you. Like, that is like a very rare case. Uh but yeah, it's just harder to be good because you just get taken advantage of. Many people just don't care as much, and even if you try to be as nice as possible, it is just better to not be, because you'd rather have something for yourself. You'd have something for yourself, um, rather than have nothing at all because you've given that something to someone else. So, but yeah, it's just that way. There's nothing much else anyone can do. Um, it just sucks to see that there are people out there who want to be as good as possible for the rest of their lives, but they literally can't because they're getting screwed over. I mean, um, there are plenty of what do you mean? There are plenty of examples that suggest this, right? And I've wrestled with this even with like religion and stuff. I've wrestled with this with like God and stuff, where like bad things do happen to good people, and I believe bad things even happen to bad people, but it is much less frequent. It is much less frequent. Uh, um, it is much less frequent for bad people to have something bad happen to them, because they look after themselves. And they take advantage of the fact that they are looking after themselves. So I believe it is, um in my case, like I keep to myself. I don't want to be I don't want to be like the guy who does bad things, but I try to be good where I can. I try to be I try to be as nice as possible in the limited interaction that I have with people. That's just what I try to do, because there's a lot of bad in this world and there are very few good people. And all those good people have gone through bad things even though they didn't deserve it. So also, I'm really sorry for any mouth noises that I've done, because my tongue is really fucking wide. It just hits my teeth and makes like weird noises. I'm sorry about that. I've tried to fix that, but unfortunately it doesn't matter how much I talk or how much I practice, it just doesn't help, you know. I wish it did, but unfortunately it doesn't. I've tried to practice as much as possible, to no avail. Um, I'm trying to pass my own. But when I concentrate, I don't get it. But when I don't concentrate, I kind of get it. Uh, okay, I think my YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Uh, Maybe my internet is acting up, but I hope things are going well. Hmm. I'll check. I'll check. Fuck it. I'll check. How's it going? It doesn't say that I have any drop frames on my OBS, but there is a notification on my open widget. Stream status poor. Why am I getting poor? I have 0 drop frames and a full 6000 plus kbps on my OBS. Why am I getting drop frames on my YouTube? I don't care. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Hmm. I guess I'll stream this last minute, and then end it. Because I said whatever I wanted to say. Um. Okay. I've always wanted to have a couple good friends, a good relationship, but with what I've gone through and my mindset, I believe it is not good for me to pursue any of that, because um well, I don't have any experience, nor do I know what a good relationship is like. I think I've had some instance of like companionship and friends, but I've never had like best friends in my life, which I received as well as gave friendship to. So what's happening? Okay. I think I'll end stream here. I don't know if you can hear this, but yeah, my computer's freaking out. I guess that's that. I hope this rant is something that you watched. If you watched, thank you. I don't think anyone is gonna watch this, but thank you. Appreciate you. I just hope you tune in next time. I'm gonna release the short tonight. That's gonna be around 10 hours from now, or maybe 6 hours from now. Yeah, 6 hours, 6 to 7 hours from now, I'm gonna be dropping the short after I put all the sound effects on it. But yeah, thank you, appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm sorry for the rant. I'm just trying to fix my schedule, trying to at least start streaming, and that's gonna help me stream as like stream as consistently as possible from next time. So I'll be streaming maybe at night. I don't remember. I don't know. I'll figure it out. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. I hope everything's good for you in your life. And if you have anything to say, just drop in the comment section and I'll reply. So yeah, thank you.